Are we live? Let me check my Insta and see if it'll let me go live. Okay, cool. We're live on Insta. Cool beans. There we are. Amazing and delicious in every way. Guys, it's been a minute, hasn't it? But I'm back. Hi. For a moment, right? I like to hibernate every now and again. So I pop in, I pop out. My desire is to do this a bit more often. But quite frankly, there's not really an incentive. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this. That's a nice incentive, right? Money is always a really nice incentive. So, yeah, I just pop in when I do. However, a couple of days ago, I did mention that I would answer your musical questions. So here we are. But first, let me give you guys a proper greeting to all of my loves out there. Sawubona, unjani, right? Because I'm still learning Zulu. Taking my time, but learning nonetheless. So yeah, sawubona, unjani. And for all of like my watchers from other parts of the world, sawubona is a Zulu language based out of South Africa. Okay? And South Africa, to my knowledge, is my biggest fan base as of currently. And then I have like fans scattered around the world. But yeah, South Africa, house heads. So they know about me out there in those streets. But yeah, so sawubona means hello. Sawubona means hello. And then unjani means how are you, right? And then the way that I would respond when someone says, unjani, how are you? I would then say, giapila, giapila. Boom. We're getting it, honey. We're getting it. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing great. Let's check Insta. All right. Hi, babe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Let's go back to StreamYard. So I'm going to answer your questions. I'll wait like until the 5-minute mark just to allow people in who want to come in and hear their question being answered. Water. You have to stay hydrated out here. You have to stay hydrated. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to start getting to the questions really, really soon. I just want to give time for people, places, and things to come in. Or not people, places, and things, but people and energies. Let me make sure that I'm everywhere. All you want to do is get it right. Drop it off in fast. All right, so we're live on Twitter or X. Are we live on Facebook too? The colors, love. Yes, we are. Cool beans. Welcome, 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 guys. Come in, come in, come in. Don't be shy, honey. We're going to get to your questions very, very soon. Just giving time for people to shuffle in. I know it's early, in my favorite part of the world, South Africa. I know it's morning time. So good morning. Sawubona. Unjani. Beautiful in South Africa. Hello. What time is it that side? Right now, it is 7 p.m. 7 o'clock at night. Yeah. 7 p.m. South Africa misses you. When are you coming back? Oh my gosh. Guys, it's literally been forever. I haven't been to South Africa since the pandemic. Like since before the pandemic. So it's been a hot minute. I miss you guys too. I miss you so much. I'm currently like in talks about coming back out there. However, we're just talking right now, right? Nothing's really being made concrete as of yet. But as soon as I know something, I'll let you guys know because I miss you too. I really, really do. I miss you guys so much because it's been too long. I remember before the pandemic, I would be out there at least a few times a year. However, things have changed so much. Like things are starting to get back to normal. People are touring. However, things have just been a little slow. So, I trust the process. I trust divine timing. I trust that I'm always in the right place at the right time. And when I'm meant to be back there, I will be. That's the only thing I can think of. I can't force it. But I feel like I'll be back there this year. I have a strong inclination that I'll be back this year. So fingers crossed that I'm back. Because I miss you guys. I really do. 4 a.m. in the morning. Jeez Louise. That's early. I'm so sorry. I'm here it's evening here, but it's crack of dawn there, isn't it? Goodness, I wish I could schedule this at a better time, but my days are a little busy. Do you still love us? Of course. I'm going to always love South Africa and my South African family. Are you kidding me? Always and forever, honey. The love is skin deep. Always and forever. Trust and believe. Let me check Insta. Hola, welcome from Chile. Hi, welcome Chile. I love your voice and music. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you. My English is bad. No, your English is fine, honey. Your English is perfecto. Perfecto. But I love your music. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Chile, huh? Beautiful. Your DNA is South African. I know I have some DNA over there on the continent somewhere, honey. But I feel like with South Africa, it's more than DNA. It's just like a love. It's just like a respect and a camaraderie that goes both ways. And I love that. I love the vibe, the energy, and the familiarity as well. I remember when I spent some time in South Africa, it just felt so natural to just be there, to wake up in the mornings there, to go grocery shopping at Woolworths or, ShopRite, or what's the other one? There's another store. There's Woolworths, there's ShopRite, there's Checkers. I know there's Clicks, Des Kim. But I mean grocery. What's that one grocery store? Spur, right? So it just felt natural being in the elements, surrounded by all the beauty and the energy of the people. Your energy is something else. Do you ever feel down? I will say this. I'm a pretty optimistic person. I'll tell you, I don't take myself too seriously. Like, I know I'm glamorous and delicious, but I like to laugh a lot. I laugh a lot, um, and I just enjoy life and I enjoy the moment. And that's the key to happiness. Enjoying where you are at this moment in time and just being, right? And just really understanding that this moment that you're in is the moment that you created, and to just bask in it and to enjoy it, right? And the times where I might feel a little antisocial or just wanting to be in my own little cocoon, I like to meditate. I'm very, very heavy in meditation, and that tends to calm my energies for the most part. So, yeah, that's what I recommend to anybody who kind of feels down or feels, lost or uncertain. Take some time out to just pour into yourself, right? With like meditation or music. Music is good. And allow yourself to just be, right? Because you don't have to know everything, you don't have to be everywhere. The only place you need to be is just present, in the present, in the now, and just vibing in your own energy. That's the key. If I were to give any advice, that would be it. Yes, sawubona is the great phase or phrase, excuse me, in isiZulu we learnt the other day. Yes, 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 yes. Also unjani. Unjani is a favorite one. It's fun to say too, unjani. I also like to say yapila, giapila. That one's fun too. Yes, spar. So, yeah, okay, so it's been 12 minutes. I'm going to start answering questions here. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. I really appreciate you doing that because I'm eager and excited to answer them for you. Um, because why not? Why not? I have the time. Oh, a couple of questions here. Santiago, Chile. I need to visit. Chile's not very far from where I am because I'm here in America, and I know Chile's in South America, isn't it? I need to visit one of these days. How was it performing in Madison Square Garden? Let me drink some water. I love water. So good. All right. Your voice is too unique, very special. Thank you, honey. How was it performing in Madison Square Garden with black coffee, right? Of course, right? Duh. Of course, with black coffee. Who else? It was surreal. It was a surreal experience performing live at Madison Square Garden with King Coffee, Black Coffee, my brother from another mother. And it's because it's like a full circle moment. It's like being American and really knowing about the industry and all the greats who perform at Madison Square Garden, who have performed at Madison Square Garden, and then another great who I happen to have worked with and known and cultivated a nice working relationship with, asked me to be a part of that grand scheme. I don't know, it's just so hard to put into words. It's really like a full circle moment, like learning and knowing about Madison Square Garden just throughout your life as an artist. That's one of the places that I think almost every artist wants to perform at. And then being guided, divinely guided into the opportunity um, to do that with Black Coffee, with Monique Bingham, with Boosie, with Zoe, like with all these amazing artists. Words cannot even express how I felt. I was super hyperactive. I feel like the entire time that I was there, like in rehearsals and all that, I felt like a freaking Energizer bunny. Just tons of energy, tons of excitement. I felt like a kid in a candy shop. I could not contain my excitement. But I really feel like when I perform, even when I perform in South Africa for like the festivals and the DSTVs and all that, I have the same kind of energy, like a kid, like a child, a little girl in a candy shop doing what she was born to do, which was perform and serenade the world or serenade whoever's listening. It's a dream come true to do what I do because I've been singing since the age of 3 and I've been writing. I lose track of how long I've been writing, but I've been writing lyrics forever. And just for opportunities to present themselves on such a massive scale is just overwhelming in such a positive way, in such a positive way. So I will always be grateful to Black Coffee for inviting me to perform with him and all the other greats at Madison Square Garden. I will always be forever grateful to Real People and the Layabouts and Ralph and Eloquent and the Finishers and everybody that I've worked with, all of the pieces to the puzzle that have allowed me to move up slowly, right? But surely, slow and steady always wins the race. I'm definitely not the kind of artist that just skyrocketed, right? It's been a slow and steady trajectory. And I'm grateful for that because I've learned so much. So I'm grateful for everyone that I've worked with, everyone that I've encountered who is just as passionate about music as I am, because music is life. It really, really is. And that's it. So hopefully that answered your question. I know that was long-winded, but I'm a Gemini, so I can talk a lot. I'm very chatty when I want to be. I can also be very reclusive and quiet as well, but I'm feeling chatty tonight. Let's see what else you guys are saying before I get to the questions. Hi, Monroe. Oh my goodness, Monroe. This is my brother from another mother in Nairobi, Kenya. An amazing DJ and just an amazing person. Not just an amazing DJ, but an amazing person in general. It's good to see you, honey. It is good to see you. And I miss Nairobi too. It's been a while. So I definitely have some trips to make, don't I? South Africa, Nairobi, Chile. I have to start packing my bags because it's time to take a trip. Several trips. I miss you too, honey. Nairobi. We really need you to perform in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Yes, I would love that. I would love to perform in Puerto Rico. For sure. And I'm sure that's coming, right? Everything happens exactly when it's meant to. That's one thing I do know. Oh my goodness. Hi, sister, sister. You know I was about to sing that song, but I'm not going to do it. Sister, sister. Okay, I just did it. Never mind. My sister's in the building. Hi, sister. I love you. Tell Simone I love her. I just saw her text. So let her know I love her. And hi. What genre are you focusing on lately? I'll be quite honest with you. I've never really been focused on just one genre. I've always did what I wanted, and I'm just going to stick to that. I do what I want to do. And that, I would say, is the luxury of being an independent artist. Like, I'm not signed to a label, like, I work for myself. I would say that I'm more so an independent contractor. So I've done collaborations, as you guys know, with Real People, Papa Records, The Layabouts, and several other amazing producers. But I've always just kind of been a solo dolo artist. And I like it that way because it gives me freedom to do what I want to do, to work with who I want to work with, to, not have to deal with the politics of, oh, you're signed to my label, so you can't work with this person or that person. If I want to work with someone and the vibe is vibing, then that's my prerogative. And that's what I like about having my independence. There are luxuries to being signed to a major label, obviously, because, or a well-connected indie label, doesn't necessarily have to be, a major, but there are pros and cons to both. If you're signed to a major label, then you can kind of move and shake into certain doors and get, get your shine properly. If you're independent, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to slowly and steadily climb the ladder of success. And that's just a cross that I'm willing to bear. Unless I were to get with a major and we were to do like my label and their label and we do like a nice collaboration deal, then I could consider that, but I wouldn't want to sign my life away to anybody. Not saying that when you sign to a major that you sign your life away. However, in the Americas, honey, in the United States, I don't know. There's a lot of convolution when it comes to like major labels out here, if you guys don't know. So I don't know enough to really say much. I just know I like my freedom. I like my independence. I like to work with who I want to work with. And I like to do what I want to do. And I collaborate well with a lot of people. I work well with others. So I do what I want to do, right? But if it's a collaboration, of course, there's compromise on both sides too, So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I told you guys I'm feeling chatty tonight, so buckle up. Thank you for your question. Sister, we love you too. I love you. You look so bomb. You know how we do, honey. Swag and sex appeal runs in our family. Like, come on, don't act crazy. We're fine. Sorry, guys, we're gonna toot our own horns right now. My sisters are in the comments. We come from a line of beautiful people. Come on now. I got a little cocky, but it's true. We have good-looking people in our family. Not just us, but even our extended family, our cousins. We all look good. And we all take care of ourselves. So, boom. You know how we do. You know how we do. We look good over here, always and forever. That's great being independent. It's awesome. Yes, my love. Thank you. It is. I like my freedom. I work very, very well with others. I really, really do. However, I don't like to be told what to do, who I can work with, what sound they want. I make the music that I like to listen to. And a lot of you already know this, but when I'm in the gym in the morning, I'm listening to my music. That's all I listen to is my music. That's it. Now, some people may feel like, oh, that's weird. But no, when you love what you do and you create music that you enjoy listening to, I listen to my music. All of my music, the stuff that I've done with Anati, the stuff that I've done with DJ Spoo, because I like to dance. I like the nice, Afro beats. I love that. So, yeah, the stuff that I did with D-Rock. One of my favorite songs is the one that I did with D-Rock and Team Distant. Rabs Vafui, right? So I love all of that type of music, and I make music that I like to dance to and to vibe to and to drive my car listening to. I listen to my music. I'm a fan of myself. And I feel like that's another thing too when it comes to artists. You need to be a fan of your music and don't make music for the masses. Make music for you. What's the music that turns you on? What's the music that you like to ride to? What's the music you want to work out with? Make that kind of music. Because if nobody ever hears your music, you hear it, and that's what matters, right? So for me, I've always been the type of person that makes music that I want to vibe to. And by it being published for the masses to hear, and then you guys like it, that makes me feel great because that means we're on the same frequency, we're on the same vibe, and I love that. So, number one, I choose beats that I like and that I can listen to forever, timeless beats, and I write timeless tunes. That's it. And that's all. I love that for me. Let's see. Simone, I love you. I love you too, Moni. You know how we do. You know, fineness runs in the lineage, honey. Okay? You know, fineness runs in the lineage. On the real, though, would you say your presence is bigger outside of the States? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. But this is what I will say as well. I will say, sorry, my back was itching. I will say this: my presence is the biggest that I'm aware of in South Africa, and I'm grateful because I don't think I would have ever experienced South Africa if I didn't tour there. And now I'm in love with South Africa and the people. Imagine, right, if I'd never even made it that far, right? So I'm grateful. However, I will say, and not to toot my own horn, but my music is so good. I like my music, even the stuff from a decade ago, over a decade ago, is so good that if it were to be repurposed and repackaged and pushed out in the US, it would do the same thing here. But the US is a little different. There's a bit more like gatekeeping. The energy that I felt about South Africa is that I'm sure you guys have gatekeeping too, right? It's everywhere, right? Every country has its gatekeepers. We get it. However, I feel like it's not as gatekeepy in South Africa. Not yet. I'm not saying that it couldn't be, right? Because the future is bright. But America's locked down, gridlocked when it comes to the industry gatekeepers, right? Like if you can kind of worm your way in there, then you're good. But 9 times out of 10, the United States, it's a little gatekeepy out here when it comes to music. So, but again, I do feel like if my music were to be repackaged and promoted properly, that it would do amazing out here too, right? But I feel like when I came to popularity in South Africa, that was just the vibe that people were needing, right? It was the vibe that people were needing. It was music from the soul, and South African people are soulful people. So you can feel when something's real, you can feel when something's fake. And that's what I love about South Africans, right? And there's still an affinity for house music there. House music in the States, because that's what I'm known for mainly in South Africa. So that's why I'm mainly talking about house. But house music in the States dwindled like in the early 90s, unfortunately, for no reason. It could be because of the gatekeeping vibe, you know? I feel like America now is on, not America, but the United States is more so on like a conveyor belt McDonald's type packaging. And it kind of like mutes a lot of the artists that are soulful, I'll say. The soulful artists. So it is what it is. He's got to get in where you fit in out here. That's it. House music is universal language. Everyone doesn't resonate. That's so true. I agree. A true pioneer. Love the music. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you, thank you. Let me go back to StreamYard because I know there's a ton of questions that I've missed. And I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to neglect you guys. I was just on my Twitter answering questions. Oh my gosh, I haven't even answered the questions yet. Let me answer these, and then let me get to the questions that were already sent in. I've just been over here just talking, chopping it up. Let's see. Do you ever do voice practice, or you just rock it naturally all the time? I try to do, I'm not going to say I try. Leading up to a gig, I do a lot more practicing. But when there is no gig, then I'm a bit more lax, right? However, I should change that because your vocal cords, they're muscles, so they always are, getting better and better with time and with practice. But I usually start practicing like a month or so before a gig, 5 days a week, give or take. But yeah, not every day. I probably should do it every day. I'm being a naughty girl. Okay. Do you enjoy writing your songs? Absolutely. A lot of my songs are actually just downloads. I feel like they're downloads from like my ancestors. Like Ain't Scared of You was definitely a download from my ancestor. Absolutely. I've been getting some recent downloads as well for some new tracks that I've been working on, and straight up downloads from my ancestors that are just shocking but amazing. And jazzy as well. Very jazzy and delicious. But yeah, I love writing my songs. Because for me, again, like I said, I make music that I like to jam to. I make music that I like to dance to and vibe to and just listen to during a workout session. That's why I make music. Music that I like to listen to. How is the audience in the USA and South Africa? Which one gives you more excitement? I will say the audience in South Africa, for me, in my experience, is definitely better because most of my fan base is in South Africa. But then also, it's not only that, but it's just like, I remember when I would be out there and I would do festivals, people are, dancing, enjoying themselves, having a blast. Like, I love that type of energy. The concerts and the vibe here is good, but it's different. It's kind of like the ones that I've done so far, they're kind of, they feel a little soulless. The shows that I've done here in the US feel a little soulless. I hate to say it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it just feels different compared to my South African audience. My South African audience, they're very soulful. They have soul, they have rhythm, they have vibes. They feel the music. There's a difference between feeling the music and listening to it. I feel like my South African audience feels the music. And you can't fake a feeling. You just can't. It's undeniable. So, I hope that answers your question. How many songs do you have that are not yet released? I would say about Over 100. Yeah, definitely over 100 that are not released, and some may never be released. Some I'll probably just turn them into like a poem book. Um, yeah, some I may just turn them into poems. Yeah, I have a lot. A lot. And very, very creative. Very creative. These lights are burning me up, but they're good because I like a little bit of a spotlight. Guys, this is water, okay? This is not vodka. Although, that doesn't sound too bad right now. It is 7 o'clock in the evening here. Which feature must we expect from here in South Africa? Oh my goodness. So, I've already done a few features, but I don't know if you guys even know about them. I did a feature with a hip hop artist and writer out of South Africa named Anati. We have a song called Everywhere You Go, which is super dope. Which is interesting because when we wrote that song, we wanted to use it for MTN. Was it MTN? Yeah, because they used to have a slogan, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but they had a slogan called Everywhere You Go for MTN, right? And so, yeah, that's what I wanted the song to be for. I wanted it to be like their slogan, but then they changed it to like the Springbok Sports. Let me know if I'm wrong. It was so long ago. The other feature that I did with my South African brothers, Rabs Wafui, he put out an album, featured me on it, and it's dope. One of my favorite songs to this day, called For Your Love. Okay, you can find it on iTunes, honey. Get with it, get to it, get on it. If you like to dance, it's a good dancer. D Rock, my brother D Rock, and Team Distant. That one's called Love and Life, honey. That's a dancer too. It's very sexy. It's very like zesty. I gave you guys a little shimmy. I hope you liked it. Um, that's good. I did a feature there. DJ Spoo, right? We did a dope song called Beautiful. That one's deep. If you're a lyrics person, if you really like lyrics, that's a nice one because it sounds like a love song, but it's more, it's deeper. Pure with the rhythm sessions, we did that back in like 2016, but still, like I collaborate with my South African brethren and sisterin. If the beat's hot and if it makes sense, sure. Of course, you guys know Black Coffee, Extra Time on You. We did that back in the day. Who else? Is there anyone that I'm missing? I don't think so. I think I got them all. And I'm sure there's going to be more, right? But again, it has to make sense. I'm an independent artist. I have to be very, very strategic on how I maneuver, how I move and shake. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm independent, honey. So I have to move independently. Okay. Who's your favorite producer you worked with? All of them? I can't choose. I cannot choose. Everyone that I've worked with, I've thoroughly enjoyed working with them because, like I said, when I choose beats, they're beats that I like. That's it. I don't ever do things that I don't want to do. Ever. If the beat's hot, then the beat's hot. So, all of the producers that I've worked with thus far, they're all my favorite. That's it. The beat's hot. That's it. I like a hot beat. I like a hot track. How do you approach songwriting? Um, if it's a collaboration, the beat first, because then I form the song around the beat. So the beat first, I have to feel it. I have to energize with it, and then I just, excuse me, I'm very belchy right now. Then I just melt the lyrics on top of the beat. That's it. Sometimes they're downloads, so it just pours out of my pen. Sometimes I make the hook first because I love a catchy hook, and then fill in the blanks with like the verses. Yeah, so I usually like to work by myself when I write. So I usually have the producer send me the beats. Every once in a while, I'm writing in studio, but it's rare because I like to write alone a lot of the times. Unless it's like a group thing, then I can adjust. But majority of the time, I write by myself because I love my solitude, I love my seclusion, I love my own thoughts, and I love experiencing my own thoughts on my own, unencumbered with other people's opinions, you know? So, hope that answers your question. It's 4:30 a.m. South Africa. Oh my gosh, guys, bright and early. Good morning. Sawubona. Unjani. Unjani. Would you do an Amapiano collaboration? I do not know how to pronounce that name, but I'll just answer it like this. Would I do an Amapiano collaboration? If it made sense, if it felt right. If it felt right, sure. I'm not opposed. For me, I make music that I like. So it could be Amapiano, it could be jazz, it can be classical, it can be rock and roll, it can be the blues, it can be techno. I don't care. If the beat's hot and if it gets me swerving and it gets my creative juices going, we can make it hit. We can make it happen. Definitely. So, I'm always open and receptive, but again, like I said, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. All right, let me go ahead and answer the questions that came in earlier this week because I don't want to be here too much longer. Let's go to Twitter first, or X. Let's go to X first. Let me do this because I don't want to like strain my neck looking down. Should I do it like this? I don't know. Okay. I'm on X right now. All right. Okay, so I said, ask me anything music related, and I'll answer live on Thursday, which is, for me, today's Thursday. So, but I know for you in South Africa, it's Friday already. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, beautiful people. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. If you're going to go out this, later in the evening after work, maybe, have fun. Okay? Okay, so first question. Julio, do you work with artists that are unknown? I have. However, the tricky part about working with artists that are unknown is that then the track becomes unknown too. And I don't like putting in effort and nothing happens. Does that make sense? Like, I don't like working on something dope and then the world doesn't get to hear it. It makes me sad. Because you put all of this energy, all of this time, all of this power into a track, and then what does it do? Just sits on somebody's computer forever? That makes me sad. No. It needs to be pushed, and it needs to be pushed properly. So when I work with people, especially in the recent times, it has to make sense in a way where my questions are, is this song a single? Is this song, do you have the budget for marketing and promotion and a sexy little cheeky music video? Like, we have to think about it because although we love music, right? We love music. But if you're putting it out, publishing it, it's a business, honey. So we have to think about it strategically as a business, right? It's not a hobby anymore. If you want to work with me, it's not a hobby no more, right? It's like it's business. Yeah, we love music. Music comes from the heart, from the soul. You feel it, you know, ebb and flow with it. But at the end of the day, it needs to do something. Because I don't like to work for free. I'm going to be honest. And when a song doesn't do anything, for me, I feel like I've wasted my time. I feel like I've worked for free. And I don't like that because my energy, my talent, my skill is priceless. Right? It's expensive. That's what I'll say. I won't say priceless. It's expensive. My talent, my skill, the effort that I put into everything that I do, every morsel, it's expensive. So to answer your question, do I work with unknown artists? Does that unknown artist have a budget? And are they business minded? Right? Do they have a budget for a nice state-of-the-art music video? Do they have a budget for marketing and promotion to promote the track or whatever? Because that's how you have to think about it. It's a business. It's not a hobby. We're not playing patty cake, right? And that's how people have to think about it. I've been in the game for a minute now. Okay? So I've learned a lot of things in certain ways. And that's why I can say this with my full chest. If you want to work with me, you need to have a budget, honey. And that's it. Okay, Miracle. When can we expect new music? You accepting beats? I've already answered the question. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Can we do an Amapiano song? I'm always down to flex on an Amapiano song all day, every day. I'll flex on any beat. Okay? Thank you. Next question. Let me calm down. Let me drink some water. I hope this makes sense. Because I get that question a lot, and I'm just like, how do I put this nicely? I'm not nice, so I can't put it nicely. I am kind. I am very kind. I am respectful and I am charming, but I am not nice. So I can't put things nicely. I have to give it to you straight because I don't want you to have false hope. You feel me? Okay. How did you get your music to the right people when you first started? Mouse, that's a good question. Here's the funny thing, and I'm going to double back and talk about divine timing and how everything happens when it's meant to happen for you specifically. And this is why you stay in your own lane. This is why you focus on being the best version of yourself because it will make a way for you. Always, always. And one thing about me is I stay in my lane. I don't look to the left. I don't look to the right. I focus on me. I focus on me. I focus on my ability to be the best version of myself. And that always makes a way for me. Always. And that's how I got my start, right? Also, doubling back to what's that saying? When preparation meets opportunity, that equals success. Preparation meets opportunity is success. I think that's how it goes. Oprah said it. And it's true. When preparation meets opportunity, there's success. So for me, singing since I was 3, writing since forever, and really honing my craft and staying unique to the point where I wasn't listening to the radio back in the day. I stopped listening to Destiny's Child and Brandy and SWV and Brownstone. I had to stop. I said, look, if I want to keep my uniqueness, if I want to keep my unique voice, right? Whether people understand it or not, I have to stop listening to the radio. I have to. I have to, right? And so I did. And so I did. And that kept me genuine. That kept my style what it is. And it will always be this way, right? And so when it comes down to working with real people in layabouts, they emailed me from my website. I have my website up, the same website that I have that I need to upgrade my website, but I'm just not interested right now. Plus, I don't think I need to. Everything that you need to see is there. If you need to contact me for a booking, it's there. It's practical, right? You can work with it. But eventually I will update my website. But it's the website that I had over a decade ago. And real people reached out and said, "We like what you're doing." And at this time, I was working with the local producer who was amazing, goes by the name of Eloquent, super dope. I was also working with the Finishers. They're from California, super dope. So I was planting seeds. Whether I knew it or not, I was focused on my craft. I was focused on my grind. And these people from the UK hit me up and say, "Hey, we like your sound. Would you like to work with us?" And I'm like, "Well, how does this make sense? Send me the track. Let me see if I vibe, la, la, la." Of course, paperwork and stuff, because you have to make sure your business is intact. Okay? So they send the tracks. I believe, if I remember correctly, the track is Do Better, another one, and it wasn't, what was the other one? Tell Me Now were the tracks. I liked them. I was like, this is cool. I didn't know it was house. I didn't know it was soulful house. I just knew that I liked the tracks. I was like, these tracks go hard. These are nice. I let my people listen to them. They liked it. I was like, okay, cool. So everything was sorted out, wrote to them, sent it back, and the rest is history. The rest is history. So when you focus on yourself, when you stay in your lane, right? When you focus on your craft and being the best version of you, not the best version of that person or all these people competing and comparing, you focus on you. You find your unique little spice, honey, and you stick to it. That will make room for you. It will. Everybody that you talk to that has a story of like coming up, that's usually the story, staying true to who they are and focusing on being the best version of themselves, not allowing anything to distract them and just focusing. And I'm still on the road. I'm still on the trajectory towards my success, right? Still, because it's an ebb and a flow. But I'm definitely grateful for the journey. So yeah, to answer your question, which was, how did you get your music to the right people? I didn't get my music to the right people. People found me, and I didn't know that the collaboration with real people and the layabouts would do what it did in South Africa, but it did. It's so funny because I feel like my DNA just wanted to make its way back to Africa. And that was the way it happened, through music, through Soulful House. Isn't that wild? Some people feel a calling, right? Some people feel a calling to go back to the motherland, right? I didn't necessarily feel the calling. I was just focused on my life, focused on me, focused on my thing. So I didn't necessarily feel the calling. I was content doing my thing. However, my music brought me full circle to the motherland because I guess my DNA needed it. Who knows, right? The story's still going. The story's still carrying on. So I don't know. But isn't that cool how life works? Preparation meets opportunity. That's it. All right. How much do you charge for a performance when you are in South Africa? And who is your booking agent in South Africa? I'll say this, my rates do fluctuate. So it all depends, right? Because there's always room for negotiation, I feel. Okay? Um, yeah. So they fluctuate. However, if you email me at the email address that's in the description, then I can give you more details. We can send you over an invoice, all that jazz. Having a booking agent in South Africa, I'm actually looking for a booking agent in South Africa. I'm working with a couple of people independently, but I would love just to have one situation to go to. It'll just make life a bit easier. So I don't know. If you guys know of anyone, email me. My email is somewhere. You can find it. info@portiamonique.com, and let me know what you have, because I would love a team out there in South Africa. That would be smart, wouldn't it? Yeah. And not necessarily just to like tour and to perform, but to build relationships as well would be nice. Like I have relationships there, but I feel like we can expand it, right? Let me know. Because, yeah, let me know. If you guys know of any like promoters who want to work long term. I'm not talking about no. I don't know what term I'm looking for. Long term. Building relationships. Not a situation of like once and done. No. Like let's build a relationship. It's about time, right? How long have I been going to South Africa? For over a decade. I think I made my way out there for Spring Fiesta in what, 2014, 2015? It's been a decade. Like, I think it's time now, right? To build some form of substantial relationship. Let me know. If you got connections, connect me. Thank you. Okay. What are we doing? Why aren't you venturing into Amapiano? The opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. That's it. When the opportunity presents itself and it makes sense, I'm on it. Absolutely. But again, like I said, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Because I like the vibe. I think it's amazing. But it has to make sense. And I think I need to like learn a dance or something for it, don't I? I have to learn how to dance to Amapiano. It only would make sense, doesn't it? Do a little 1-2 step. Could you guys see me doing a little dance? I'm not laughing at myself because I'm actually a really good dancer, okay? I'm a great dancer. However, yeah, I think it would be dope. But it has to make sense, doesn't it? So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Facebook, answer the questions there, and then I'm going to leave you guys because I've been here for almost an hour too long. I was thinking I would do 30 minutes, but I'm feeling chatty, so here we are, an hour in. An hour. Let me ask or answer some questions here. Oh my God, I'll be late for work because of this live. Tabo. Don't be late for work, baby. Get them coins, okay? Get them coins, honey. Don't play with your bread and butter. Don't play with your coins. You better get those coins, Tabo. You can always watch me on the playback, honey. Watch me on the playback, baby. I'll be here on the playback. Okay. What was going through your mind or life when you were writing Ain't Scared of You? That's a great question. Ain't Scared of You was a download. It was a spiritual download from my ancestors. That's it. That's the only way that I could explain it. Because every time I listen to that song, I'm just like, how did I even write this? How? How did this even happen? It was a download from my ancestors who are with me now. That's it. That's the only explanation that I have. You listen to the lyrics, you're just like, these lyrics are really deep. What is this about? Yeah, my ancestors. A download. That's it. That's the only way that I can explain it, my love. That's it. Make sure everything is cool. Make sure the hair is hairing. Make sure everything is in order. Make sure the lashes are lashing. Yes. There's no cleave tonight. I thought I'd be a good girl and not, expose too much cleave. So we're bundled up, but she's still cute. Yes, she is. Okay. You'd make such a great soulful amapiano artist, and you'd love it if you gave it a chance. Honey, that voice and songwriting skills would blend very, very well. Please take a look at it. I see success. You know what? Why not? I'm open to all the possibilities. I'm open to all the possibilities in life. Absolutely. Thank you, babe. I appreciate the encouragement. I'm not opposed to doing it at all, though. I think it would be fun, but it has to make sense. This is why I need my connections in South Africa. For those of you who are connected, let's, connect me. Connect me, guys. Thank you. Because again, like I said, I'm an independent artist, but I'm very business savvy, obviously. I wouldn't have gotten this far not being. But yeah, I'm ready to expand my business endeavors. I'm ready to expand. So let's go. Email me. Isaac Saxon. Oh my gosh. Hi, Isaac. Oh my goodness, it's been forever. Wow. I've known Isaac. We go way back. Oh my gosh, way back. Nearly, I want to say it's been two decades, right? Is it 2 decades? When we were just little babies? Wow. How are you? Long time no see. How's the family? Wow. Have you performed in Costa Rica? No, I haven't performed in Costa Rica, but I'm open to, everything. I feel like eventually I will perform at a lot of these spots that people are mentioning: Costa Rica, Chile, Puerto Rico, but my first stop needs to be South Africa. That's my first stop. And then I'll make time and room for every place else, but South Africa, it's my first love. So nobody else comes before South Africa, okay? So I'm gonna do that first. And then I'll make my rounds. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, honey. I'm proud of me too. No, I'm kidding. No, but I am. Thank you, babe. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. It's so good to see you. James, your voice would blend good with the soulful amapiano. I'm certainly open to it. Why not? I think that'll be fun, wouldn't it? Connect me with the right people. But like I said, we need people with budgets, okay? We need people with budgets and connections. Let's be very clear. Let's be clear. My name is Portia Monique, okay? Please make it happen. Are you open to ever doing R&B soul music? I started out doing R&B and soul music. Those are my R&B and soul are my roots. R&B soul are my roots, honey. That's where I've gotten my humble beginnings. You can find a lot of my stuff too on iTunes. If you look up my album called The Gemini by Portia Monique, Volume 1, yeah, that's where a lot of my R&B tracks are on The Gemini. Things I've done with The Finishers, Eloquent, Cuddy Fresh, who else? I think those are it. On that album, those are my R&B jams, honey. I also have a song that I produced called Ready. That's an R&B cut too. So yeah, honey, I don't sleep on, a vibe at all. R&B is where I've gotten my humble beginnings, babe. Okay? I'm an R&B girl. But that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I don't really pay attention to genre because I just do my magic on a track and you can just call it what you want to call it. But I'm just doing my thing on a track. Call it what you will, call it what you like, but call it Portia Monique at the end of the day, honey, okay? I do what I do and I do what I wanna. Any upcoming project that we should expect from you? Not really, no. I'm working on stuff, but nothing that I'm ready or willing to put out now. I feel like the time for me to put out stuff is just going to be placed on hold. It's time for me to tour. It's time for me to do some visuals for the things that I have already that are existing. And it's time for me to do some like live band stuff as well with the live band. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Haven't necessarily found the band yet. I feel like my band is in South Africa though. Yeah, I feel like my band is in South Africa. So like, live instrumentation, the keys, the bass, the guitar, the percussions, the drums. Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. And I'll start releasing some stuff when it feels good to me, when it feels right. Like I said, I do what I want, so I don't like force anything out. I don't force projects out. I think the last projects that I released were in like 2020 and 21, where I put out stuff that I've produced, kind of like R&B, dance, pop stuff, because I'm a poppy girl. But I'm not in a hurry to put anything out, really, unless it just makes sense and it feels right. But my main priority is touring, getting back to South Africa, touching the soil, kissing the ground, and getting my band together and just lighting it up live. So if you guys know people, email me. I'm looking to collect and start building a bridge of some sort. So let's go. I feel like it's overdue, isn't it? I feel like it's overdue. I feel like this should have already been done, but again, divine timing. So for those of you who are connected to the right people, places, and things, bring it in. Bring it to me. Email me. Don't be shy. Okay? Because teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, let me check Instagram, and then we're going to answer the questions on my Facebook. Okay, Instagram, no questions. Okay, cool. Let me get to these questions on my Facebook, and then I'm out. Because it's an hour, and that's a long time. Yeah. Okay. Boom. I have 12 questions. Oh, no, not 12. Okay. 58 questions. Yes. Okay, ask me anything music related and I'll answer live. So we're doing that now. All right, let's do. Let me drink some water. I'm feeling a little parched. Mm. Can you share a memorable fan encounter that left a lasting impact on you? I would say it wasn't just one fan. It was when I came down for the. All my shows are amazing, but when I came down for the spring fiesta and the crowd of people, like the sea of people, and I was performing with the layabouts, which was super fun because I feel like the year before, Imani was down there and she did Do Better, and the vibe was so amazing. And I remember they sent me a video of it, and I was just so overwhelmed because it was so amazing. But then I got my chance because around that time I was under contract. I was working in Southeast Asia, and my contract wasn't up until like a year from then. So after my contract was up, then I went down for the spring fiesta with the layabouts and performed live. And the crowd of people and the energy of the people melted my soul. I almost like, I nearly cried and I was like, no, I can't go out like that. I need to put on a show. But it was so amazing and it was so magical. And people actually like singing the lyrics, knowing the words, feeling the music was just a time that I will never ever forget. It was so freaking cool and makes me so happy every time I think about it because again, it's like you work hard, you put in the energy, you put out like your masterpiece, you put out your soul because when you make music, it's like your baby. It's like your child and you're sharing your child with the world, right? Because you want to. And then people actually love it. So it's nice. And then a full circle moment because working so hard and so diligently and finally being recognized for the good that you do. So I loved that. So that was answering the question of can you share a memorable fan encounter? And so that would be it for me. Um, Jack says, when are you dropping an EP or an album? In the future, when it feels right, when I feel like I wanna. Yeah. And that's the luxury of being an independent artist. I don't have anybody on my ass, like, put something out, do this, do. I'm like, no, I put out music. Excuse me. Excuse me. I put out music when I feel like I want to, when it feels right, when it makes sense. That's it. I don't have the pressure of having to put something out. I do what I want, and I make the music that I want, and people happen to like it. And I love that. I love that. It makes me happy. And that's the benefit of being an independent artist as well. But although I like being an independent artist, I'm definitely open and receptive to collaborating, like working with other entities, like marketing, promotion, all of those things, right? To build a community, a network. Because being an independent artist can also be a little lonely because you're just out doing it yourself. Luckily for me, I do have a bit of popularity, but I definitely would love a bigger network to work with, quite frankly. So Yeah, that's what I'm focused on too. Um, Gift says, when are you dropping? Really miss your vocal. Yeah, same. Just when I feel like it. But listen to like my old stuff. My old music is still new, so just listen to that until I'm ready to drop something else. Yeah, that's the cool thing about music now. You can find it on iTunes, you can just feel nostalgic about it, right? There's no rush. There's no rush to put out more music, is there? I don't think so. When are you coming to South Africa? Soon. Soon, soon, soon. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I have some plans, but we'll see. Is there any plans of dropping a house music solo album? Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah. I don't see why not. I feel like it would be fun to do an EP or a full length soulful house album with like tracks that are reminiscent of like what I've done with the layabouts. Hell yeah, that'd be fun. I would love to do something like that. How to contact you if one needs to collaborate with you. So, my email, but I would highly recommend that if you did not listen to the first half of this recording, listen to the first half because I went on a whole spiel about collaborating. And I guess I'll go into it again since we're an hour in. I guess it makes sense. But when it comes to collaborating for me, there needs to be a plan, a master plan, and there definitely needs to be a budget, honey. Definitely needs to be a budget. Because when you're collaborating, when you're putting out a record, you need money for marketing and promotion, right? To push the track. You need money for a visual, like a music video. You need money to record it, right? To even pay the artist that you want to work with, right? If the artist wants to be paid up front, you can always make that recoupable and get yours on the back end and pay them up front, but that takes money. So collaboration takes a budget, baby. You can't be out here trying to collaborate for free because then think about it. You want to collaborate on a budget, then the track might flop. And then it just kind of goes into the abyss, especially now with all the music, with all the noise. Yeah, you need to be able to put some fire behind your track, right? So I'm always keen to collaborate, but do you have a budget to collaborate? Is the real question. Because we need a video, honey. We need marketing and promotion. It needs to be a single. Okay? Come on now. I'm too beautiful and delicious, and my voice is too chimey and bird like and angelic to be sitting on somebody's shelf collecting dust, honey. Let's go. Right? Exactly. So when you guys ask about collaborations, you need to think about the bigger picture. It is a business. It is not for play. It is not a hobby. It is a business, this music thing. It is. You can love it, right? Because we all love it. The music that I write, the music that I perform, I'm passionate about it. It comes from my soul. I love it. But there's also another side of it. It's business. What them coins look like, right? Exactly. So you got to think about all that. Okay. Let's see. Some of these questions I've already answered. Someone asked, is Monique Bingham related to you? No, 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 no. She's my sister from another mister. My soul sister, but no, we're not related. No. When are you visiting us here in the motherland? Soon. I'm hoping for this year because it's been a while. It's been much too long. So I'm hoping before the end of 2024. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. How did it all begin from identifying your powerful voice to becoming the amazing artist you are today? Just staying focused and doing it. It's funny here, somebody wrote in the comments, remember Gary Job Corps? I absolutely do. And even back then, people knew me as the singer. So it's not an overnight thing. It usually never is. It's usually a decade or several decades of doing the same thing over and over and over, planting seeds throughout the years and staying true to yourself. And eventually, the opportunities present themselves and make a way for you, right? My success definitely has not been overnight. I'm actually still on the trajectory towards more success. So I've been at it for a while, and it's because I'm consistent. Who knows? Things could have sped up if I was with a major label, perhaps. But as I've said in the beginning, I like my freedom to create what I want to create, how I want to create it. I like my freedom to be who I am and who I want to be. I like my freedom. So could I have the freedoms that I have now if I were signed to a major label that could express me to stardom? I don't know. I don't know. But I will say that laying the bricks or planting the seeds has been rewarding. It's been a slow trajectory, but it's been rewarding nonetheless. You know, like last year, my highlight of being invited to perform at Madison Square Garden with the Black Coffee, DJ Black Coffee, one of the biggest DJs in the world, right? And that's when, again, preparation meets opportunity. That's when. I couldn't have planned that, right? Black Coffee and I did that song Extra Time on You back in what, 2016? Who would have even planned it, right? But that's what I tell people. If you are focusing on, being the best version of yourself, all you can do is be you and the best version of you, and to just stay the course. Stay the course. For me, I don't get distracted. I do not get distracted by things that don't matter. People come and go. I don't get distracted. I stay focused on the things that I want. I stay focused on my craft, which is music. And that's just that. And no one could ever take me off my path. No one has and no one ever will. That's just it. So to answer that question, how did it all begin from identifying your powerful voice and becoming the amazing artist you are? Staying focused, planting that seed, watering that seed, right? So that that seed becomes a beautiful evergreen tree. That's all you can do. That's it. And that's all I've ever done. And luckily, I've had some lucky opportunities that allowed me success. And I'm grateful. So yeah, thank you for the question, Moyo. When are you releasing new music? I've already answered that. What your practice routine like? I don't practice as much as I should. I usually don't really practice unless there's a gig coming up. Then like a month or so before the gig, then I go on, practice mode, full throttle. But yeah, I should probably incorporate more practicing. We'll see. When are you releasing an album? I've already answered that. When it feels right. When are you going to release with the layabouts or real people? I feel like the collaborations with the layabouts and real people, that was a space and time. That was another time, right? That was a different space, a different time. And that's how I feel about a lot of the collaborations, right? When I collaborated with Ralph Gum, that was a space and time, right? Black Coffee, a space and time. So if it comes back around and it makes sense, I'll collaborate with everyone. that I've collaborated with before. I don't have any qualms about that. I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day, right? And I liked working with the layabouts, real people, and everybody else that I've worked with. So that wouldn't be hard for me to work with. But sometimes things are best left nostalgic, you know? Sometimes things are best left in nostalgia land, and that's okay too. So if the opportunity pops up, great. If it doesn't, great. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, that was to answer the question. When are you going to release with the layabouts or real people? Yeah, that was a time and a place in a different space. If it comes back around, sure. Why not? Be great. If it doesn't, we had our moment in time. That's it. Lord Black. If you were to choose to feature Black Coffee and the layabouts, who would you choose and why? I would choose both. Why do I have to choose one or the other? I would choose both. Yeah. I'd feature both of them because both entities are amazing in their own right. Abso-freaking-lutely. Black Coffee's a genius at what he does. The layabouts are geniuses at what they do. Boom. Why choose? Why not have it all? Right? Exactly. Exactly. Drink some water. We're almost done with the water. How to get gigs internationally? Is there any platforms where one can register so he or she can be recognized by international promoters? I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to keep it as short and sweet as possible. To my understanding, the best way to get recognized, and I've said this before, the best way to get recognized is staying in your lane, being the best version of yourself, growing and blooming where you're planted, right? For me, I got lucky, right? I worked with the British team and had a whole fan base in South Africa that I didn't know about for a few years, right? That was like a miracle, right? A huge fan base who loves my music. Not everybody has that luxury, right? So I'm not going to say, you know, there's a one way fit all because there isn't. There really, really isn't. You just have to not think about the fame and the popularity. You have to think about the craft. Are you doing it because you love it? Are you doing it because it makes you happy? How long have you been a musician? Have you been, performing and singing since the age of 3, writing since the age of 5? Like it's not something. I know nowadays we live in an era where you can, fart on camera and become famous. I know that was very. But seriously, you can fart on camera and then you're famous, right? Great. But when it comes to this music thing, it's more than that. Yeah, some people do get, success like that for doing the bare minimum, and that's their journey. That is their journey, and that's what's meant for them, right? What's meant for you, I can't tell you that. You just have to plant your seeds, honey. Water your seeds. And what I mean by watering your seeds is pouring into yourself, watering yourself, focusing on being your best self, focusing on your craft. If you love music, then you need to eat, sleep, shit music to an extent, right? If you love, something else, same thing. That's it. There's really no, one way road to success. It just isn't. Everybody has different roads. So I hope that answered your question, babe. It probably wasn't what you wanted to hear, but yeah, that's that. Bloom where you're planted. form a community where you currently are and make a name for yourself. And then who knows, perhaps in the next few years, you blow up, right? If you really love what you do and you're good at what you do, right? Yeah. Is it possible to have your own secret musical codes? I'm sure it is possible. I haven't figured it out yet, though. Thanks for your question. We miss your vocal. It's been a while. Please come back. I know it has been a while, babe. You know, fingers crossed that I make my way back to one of my favorite countries in the world, South Africa. Hopefully this year. We'll see. Um, how much do you charge for features? A lot. Email me if you really want to know. Um, the state of production these days is hella fine. Will you ever produce your own music someday? Maybe I mean the whole process. I've produced a couple of songs. Let me see. More than a couple. I'm trying to look up the titles. They're on my playlist. Yeah, I produced a song called Body. It's like R&B though. It's like an R&B vibe. So if you're a house head, you might not feel it, but if you love music, you'll love this too, right? I'm a music lover. I don't choose the genre to fall in love with. I just love music. I don't care what genre it is. So if you like music, you'll like this. Sexy, a little scandalous. It's called Body. Um, I would tell you guys a story about Body, but I'd rather not. We have Woman, the inspiration behind Body. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. So Body, Woman, Flower, Fuck You, FUQ, you. Who You Know, Sleep, and Ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've produced 7 songs all by myself. I actually used a GarageBand, but still, I produced them. They're mine. Yeah, and they're bomb. They're fun. They're sexy. They're definitely different. They wouldn't be considered house, but they're a vibe. That's what I do now. They're a vibe, and I love that for me. My little hump is like dying. You guys know I like big hair. Come on, girl. I need you to do the Humpty Hump. Don't play. Um, I need some vocals from you. Let's make that happen. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, Harold. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, honey. But working with me is expensive, my love. I do want to be clear. I want you to be very, very clear. And if you need more information on that, I would say listen to the entire live and you'll find out. But thank you. When are you touring back in Singapore? Oh my gosh, really? When am I touring back in Singapore? The only tour I plan on doing in Singapore is a luxury opulent tour where I just get to bask in the glory of the opulence because I love Singapore. Singapore is actually one of my favorite places. I'm not going there to sing. I'm going there to be luxurious, okay? I can be luxurious in South Africa too because it's very luxurious out there. as well. So yeah, I love me some Singapore. One of my favorite places. Love, love, love. It's all green and lush and delicious. I used to always go to this club. I don't know if it's still there, but it's next to the Singapore Flyer. It was called Coup d'etat, right on top of the Marina Bay Sands. Honey, I used to be in that club, honey. In that club. They had the best like Singapore sling, the little drinks. Oh my gosh, I was all up in that club having a blast, having a ball, honey. Having a blast, having a ball. Yeah, I need to make a trip to Singapore again as well. Because yes, yes, please. How old were you when you joined the layabouts? The layabouts and I worked together over a decade ago. So, yeah, young. I'm a vampire, baby. A vampire. Yeah, we worked together well over a decade ago. I think 2011 was when we worked together. So, yeah, what was I? 9? Yeah, probably. Just kidding. Just kidding. Next question. What key is do better on? Honey, I don't write in keys. I write with my soul. Okay? I don't write in keys. The beat's sent, I write whatever the key the beat is in, and then that's how I go. Mm-mm. I write in keys, but I don't know what key it's in. That's the real answer. Thanks for your question. Um, are you still doing music with the layabouts? And what's your favorite song? No. The layabouts and I, as I said earlier, had a moment in time and it was amazing. We made some amazing bangers. I don't have a favorite song. I like all of the songs. I like all of my songs. So, yeah, there's not a favorite. I like them all. Um, Answering more questions. Did you ever make a song with Monique Bingham? No, Monique and I have not worked together as of yet, but who knows? The future's bright. The future is bright, honey. You never know. Okay. Who's your celebrity crush? I don't really crush. I get crushed on. That didn't come out right, did it? I don't really have a crush. No, I don't have a crush. I don't think my crush would be, if I had a crush, I don't think my crush would be a celebrity. It'll probably be somebody like behind the scenes, low key, quiet, but rich, wealthy. That would be my crush if I had a crush, but not a celebrity. No, I'm my own celebrity crush. Yeah, I like low key men that kind of just stay in the cut and allow me to be the peacock because as you can tell I have a lot of personality. So that's the kind of men I like. Low key in the back. I'm the peacock, being who I am in all my glory because that's just who I am and he loves it and he's just minding his business in the cut. Right? He's not jealous, he's not mad. His feathers aren't ruffled because he loves me being me. That's my type of crush. But somebody in the limelight peacocking it, not really my thing. I'm the peacock. So, yeah, I like quiet, quiet in the cut mystery, mystery, mystery. I like that. That's my crush. Thanks for your question. What's the most embarrassing situation you've been in? I don't take myself very seriously. Like, I like to glam up. I like being beautiful. I like being sexy. But quite honestly, I'm a goofball. I laugh at everything that's funny, and I'm pretty down to earth. People who know me closely in my personal life know that I'm a goofball and that I'm very down to earth. And typically, people who are down to earth and naturally weird and goofy like me, we don't get embarrassed. We just kind of march on with our pride intact, you know? So, no, nothing embarrasses me. I've never been embarrassed because I'm not perfect, you know? I'm not perfect, and no one is. So, if you're the kind of person that gets embarrassed, don't get embarrassed. Understand that we're all human. We're all just human, living our lives, figuring it out day by day. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. So, yeah, embarrassment is just a waste of energy. I've never been embarrassed. There's a lot of things that I probably could have been embarrassed about, but I wasn't. I probably just laugh at myself and be like, girl, really? I don't care. Mm-mm. So, yeah, I don't get embarrassed because I don't care enough, you know? I don't take myself too seriously. Although I look like I do, don't I? I look like such a diva. I mean, I am a diva, right? I am a goddess. But I'm down to earth and I'm a vibe and I'm just chill and who cares, really? Yeah. Can you please tell the layabouts to come back and give us more music, please? The layabouts, if you're watching this live, you need to come back. The people need you. Thank you. That's my PSA. All right. Are you interested in working with South African deep house producers? Can I dance to it? Like, what's the vibe of deep house? Yeah, I'm not really, I don't think I'm familiar with deep house. The reason I like soulful house a lot is because it's giving disco. It's giving me disco vibe. And I'm a disco girl, honey. You guys know me. I like big hair. I like short skirts. I like my chest out. I'm a disco era girl. So with house music, it's dancey, groovy disco music. Ooh, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I like all genres. Deep house. Remind me of what deep house is. I wonder, is deep house the song that I did with Ralph Gum? After Midnight? Or Free? That free is all I wanna be. Free is all I wanna be. I wanna be free. Is that one deep house? Or is the After Midnight deep house? After midnight, I give you my quality time. I don't know. Let me know. Because the stuff that I've done with the layabouts was Soulful House. The stuff that I did with Ralph Gum, that's Deep House, right? Someone correct me. I tell you, I don't go off genre. I just write to a vibe. If it's a vibe, I'm writing to it. That's it. So I don't know if it's Deep House. I don't know if it's Slaughterhouse. I don't know what it is. But if it's a vibe, it's a vibe. That's it. Did I just say Slaughterhouse? It's getting late. It's past my bath time. Jeez. 144 or a minute, an hour and 44 minutes. You guys are not going to see me for like a few months after this one. So take it all in. Of course, I'll post like selfies and stuff on my social media, but this is time consuming. Dang, I had to push my bath back to 9. I don't like taking my baths really late. I like taking my baths like around, when I'm home, like around 6. 6 until like 7. I like long bubble baths. They're nice. They're comfy, you know? They're very relaxing. Okay, let me answer these last few questions. If you guys have any questions now, let me know. I'll answer them for you before I leave. I'm going to answer the ones here that were already asked in advance, and then ask your questions here before I go. Okay? All right. Where's the layabouts? I don't know. Layabouts, where are you? People are desiring your energy. Where are you guys? Please let the people know. Let us know. Where are you? Portia Monique, if given an opportunity to work with an piano DJ, who would it be? I'm not really familiar with a lot of DJs in general, honestly. Like I said, guys, I kind of stay in my own little bubble. So a lot of DJs I don't even really know. Just like a lot the ones I've worked with. Other than that, I really don't know a lot of them. I know I hate to be that person, but it's true. So if I were to work with an piano DJ, the best one, I guess. Nothing but the best, obviously. So the best one. Who's the best one out there? That's the one that I would work with if it made sense. Yeah, only the best, right? I'm the best at what I do, so I should only work with the best at what they do, obviously, right? Yeah. All you want to do is get it right. Drop it off in the past and start over. Would you guys like to one day hear me do those songs live with a live band? Not with the backing track, the house tracks, but with like a proper band. Would you guys like that? In like the near future? Let me know in the comments section how you feel. I feel like all of my songs, all the songs on the Portia Monique album obviously are live band, live instrumentation. Of course, there have been remixes done, but the Portia Monique album is all live, thanks to Real People Music for being the Quincy Jones of that album. But I mean like the stuff that I've done with the Layabouts, with Ralph, Black Coffee, just kind of like switching it to, you know, a live band, right? Putting some more soul on it. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, that's Soulful House. Okay. Thank you, baby, for letting me know. Piano needs your vocals. I'm not opposed to it. I'm certainly receptive to getting on an piano track. If it makes sense, honey, I'm down. For sure. I'm down to clown. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else here? Oh, excuse me. Oh, there's so many questions on Instagram that I didn't see. I forgot to scroll. Which musician that you've collaborated with has had the most influence on you? I would say I'm not easily influenced, so none of them. Yeah, no one that I've worked with has had an influence on me. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. No, I just the kind of energy that I am, I know how to kind of hone in and number one, stay in my lane, but also if I'm working on a project, giving the project what it needs, but giving it my essence. My essence that is uninfluenced, unencumbered. So putting my energy on it and just having a beautiful marriage, like their vibe, if they're a producer or a DJ, their vibe from the track and then my vibe on the track, and just having a beautiful merge, but not a merge where it just gets too like mergy, but you can kind of still pull it apart and take away the elements. Like, yeah, Portia Monique and then the DJ. I don't know. I can't really explain it. But no, I'm not easily influenced at all. So I haven't been influenced by anything or anyone but me. Does that make sense? I hope so. Have you ever had a session with incognito? No, I have not had the pleasure. I have not had the pleasure, however, the future's bright. You never know. I have had the pleasure and the benefit of working with one of Incognito's singers, Tony Momrell. I believe he's still working with them. And he's absolutely amazing. And he's actually worked with me on the Portia Monique album. Um, so, yeah, but that's about as close as I've gotten thus far, which is good, right? Tons, a lot. How many countries have you sang in? How many countries? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? I've sang in 7 countries, but let's go ahead and sing in all of them eventually. Let's get up to 10. 10 countries. When are you coming to Atlanta? I'm sure in the near future. Well, not in the near future. I'm not going to say that, but in the future, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. How did you meet the layabouts? I met the layabouts through Real People Music because they were working together around that time. So I met them through Real People. Yeah. How would you handle traveling and being away from your home for an extended period of time when you're on tour? I like traveling and I like being in different countries. It is fun and exciting for me. So, yeah. And when I get homesick, or if I get homesick, I just go home, visit for a few weeks, and then I go back because then I get bored. So, I love traveling. I'm a wanderlust. I'm always ready to pack my bags and go somewhere. That's the freedom. So, yeah. Greetings from Brazil. Hello, hello, Brazil. We actually miss vocal music. Emma Piano kills real music. There's a space for everything. I don't think Emma Piano killed real music. I feel like there's a space for all genres, right? There's a space for everything to thrive. And I feel like it's important that if you like vocal music, then make that your focus. Focus on vocal music, right? For me, I do vocal music, and that's my main focus and priority. But if I were to get an opportunity that made sense to work on an amapiano song, I would do that too. Why not? If the opportunity presents itself and it makes sense. But that doesn't mean I would stop doing vocal music. Like, that's something that I'll always do. So I think it's okay to embrace everything, embrace everything and find out what makes you feel good and go from there. It doesn't have to be one thing or another. It can be all the things, right? It can be all the things. Is there another musician you've mentored or trained? No, not personally. No, not at all. But I feel like that would be a nice future endeavor. Yeah, I feel like that'll be a nice future endeavor. Yeah. Come to Singapore. Hi, Aubrey. I don't know if you're still in there because I'm just now scrolling Instagram. Hi, long time no see. Come to Singapore for a tour because you're a Gemini. Yeah, I remember you, Gemini. My Gemini brother. Geminis unite. All right. Well, I think we're done here, right? Do I have any more questions to answer? That soulful house. Yes, please. Today. Yes, please. All right. Well, guys, I'm out of here then because we're nearly 2 hours in. I need my bath because I need to relax. And that's just that. But I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for your questions. And I don't know when I'll be back live. Like, I desire to go live, but I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions before I leave? Let me know. Oh, I probably should check my Twitter to see if there's any other questions there. Huh, that would be nice. Let's see. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, so no questions there. I think you can kill it on a track with Kelvin Momo. Perhaps. Perhaps. You know, the thing about me is, if I like the track, it will be killed, okay? If I like the track and it makes sense, easy peasy lemon squeezy, okay? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I wish to see you perform again in South Africa. DJ Nation Annual Bash. Yes. I think I performed at DJ Nation's Bash. When was it? A minute ago, and it was super fun. Is this the one that was in Taung? Let me know if I have the right one. It's in Taung, right? Or is this the one in Lesotho? It's not in Lesotho, is it? No, it's not in Lesotho. It's the Taung. Okay, Taung, yeah. That was so fun. The crowd was so fun. Yeah, I had a blast. I had a blast there. Who knows? The future's bright. Finishers. Hi, finishers. I've got a question. What's your question, honey? The finishers and I worked on 2 bangers. You can find those bangers on the Gemini album. Portia Monique, The Gemini, Volume 1. Make It Pop and Cry. No, 3. Without You as well, right? No, it's not Without You. Hold up, let me look at the album, because I forgot. Albums. Portia Monique. Okay, there it is. So yeah, the finishers produced Cry, Make It Pop, which Make It Pop is the banger to this day, honey. And Unfair. Yeah, Unfair Without You. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They produced 4 songs on the album. I put that one out on my birthday, 2019, on my birthday, June 19th, 2019. So yeah, support, support, support. How is it possible that we only have a handful of songs for over a decade ago? I know, right? I guess it was magical times. Makes no sense. I know. I know. Well, we're still alive, so that's a good thing. We're still alive, which means we can still make music, which is great. However, yeah, yeah, I agree. Over a decade ago, because we did those tracks, what, in 2009, right? Yeah. And they're still, but the funny thing is, and this is the theme I'm noticing, is that they're still bangers. Like, all I need to do, all right, is get some freaking visuals, and who knows what can happen with those, right? All we need are some tasty visuals, and who knows, right? So the future's bright, babe. The future's bright. I'm sure we'll have time to make some more music. And how is it possible that you look the exact same? What is the potion? I'll give you the secret potion. Don't tell anybody. Exercise. I exercise 4 times a week, sometimes 5. Lots of water, as you can see here. I intermittent fast. So I do the 16/8 intermittent fasting every day. Even when I go out and I have a couple of drinks or I go out to eat, I make sure that I do it within my intermittent fasting window. And intermittent fasting takes like 10 plus years off your look. So I just keep in shape and eat right, moisturize. I also have really good genes. If you saw my mother, you would think she was my sister. So yeah, just keeping it right and tight. You have to, right? I have good genes, but I also have to keep it right and tight on my own. So those are the things that I do. And I swear by them. Yeah. But I also have fun too. Don't get it twisted. Because I love a libation every now and again. I love a sweet treat. I love a snack. So, yeah. But I've really started hunkering down, especially last year and this year, when it comes to like weight training and all that. Because, yeah, I used to be a little chubby because I like to eat. But now I found a balance. So, yeah. But, babe, I'm sure we'll work together again. Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't we? But let's see what I can do with these other tracks first. Let's see what magic I can do with these other tracks. Because, you know, that's how we test our temperature. I love you. My email, try me at, let me type it here. Info. Boom. There you are. That's the one. That's the one. So, thank you for popping in. Good to see you again. All right, guys, I'm about to head out. I've been on here for 2 hours. And I'm sleepy. Are you married? I'm just kidding. I try not to answer questions about my romantic life because it's not important. Plus, I like to keep my relationships low key because it's better that way. So, that's about all the information that I'll give regarding my love life. Yeah. Low key relationships are the best kinds of relationships, aren't they? I don't want to be peacocking all over Instagram with my husband. No. He needs to sit in the corner quietly. Sound like a freaking dominatrix. He needs to sit quietly in the corner so everybody thinks I'm single. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No. I'm not gonna peacock my man. No. That's not what my social media is for. Honestly, if I didn't do what I did, if I wasn't the Portia Monique, I probably would not have a social media account. That's how private I am when it comes to like my life. I'm super private because that I like that. And so with my music, people can kind of take little treats out of my music to imagine who and how I could be. But I'm very, very private when it comes to my romantic relationships because I feel like your romantic relationship should be sacred. They should be sacred. Now, if you happen to see me, out with my husband and we're at Tasha's in Rosebank, then okay, then you see us. But if you don't, then you don't, right? And I like it like that. I like a little quiet relationship because it's nobody's business. You know what I mean? It's nobody's business who I'm fucking. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm getting a little wild. I think it's time for me to go to bed, actually. No, but really, that's how I feel. I feel like it's nobody's business. And if you see it, then you see it. If you don't, then you don't. All right, guys, but enough of me chitter-chattering. I'm about to go to bed because it's getting late here. It's getting close to my bedtime. But yeah, I don't think there are any more questions, are there? Okay, guys. I'm going to see you guys soon. And, oh yeah, it's still morning there in South Africa, isn't it? So guys, if you're going to work, have fun. Don't work too hard. Work smart. If you're going out in the evening, have fun. Be careful. Not be careful, but drink responsibly is what I mean. If you're going to drink. And have a blast and have fun and dance and be merry. Okay? And it's Friday there. So then I'll say enjoy your weekend because it's still Thursday here. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm out of here.